It is the 5th of July, and Stan said I could go dig some potatoes. We'll see if we've got anything under there at all. These are my sun pickles. I do need to turn them every day for 3 days, and they should be done in 2 days. Okay, I know there's a shovel out here somewhere. Before I dig the potato plant, let's just do a quick overview of the garden. It's been about a week since we looked at it. Peppers are definitely getting bigger. Tomato plants have tomatoes on them, although unfortunately the only ones that were turning ripe so far did have blossom end rot, about 6 of them, and we had to throw those out. I didn't spray with calcium quite soon enough, or just because there was so much rain, there maybe wasn't a way to prevent it. Stan says the early ones a lot of times are like that. Look how many tomatoes are on this plant. There are lots of them, and they are pretty good sized. Okay, more peppers, more tomatoes. Here's the potatoes. They are done blooming, so where in the world is that shovel? They're done blooming, so we'll dig them. Here's the green beans that we're going to have along with those new potatoes. Corn is not only tasseling now, there's actually silks coming out. Stan sprayed these yesterday with permethrin for the earworm, and sometimes Japanese beetles will get them too. If you don't catch this in time, it will completely eat off the silks. And of course the silks are which every one silk goes to one kernel, so if there's no silks, they don't get pollinated. So very important to have those silks sprayed. There's the red beets that you saw that I did yesterday. Cabbage. Looks like I'll have to make some sauerkraut next week and maybe store a few more heads just to make into coleslaw. There's the other sweet corn. I think this is the sweetness. Down here, the squashes are getting really, really big, and the pickles have to be picked almost every single day. I've been picking them every day. Just picked these yesterday, and oh goodness, these cactus ones have a bunch more on. If you'll see oops, almost stepped on that one. I thought there was one down here too. Where are you? Oh my goodness, that grew just since yesterday. You see it? I'm letting these get a little bit fatter so that I can slice them into 1/4-inch slices and make some bread and butter pickles next. So I will let those that's about the right size. I'll let them get about to that size. The sweet potatoes are spreading quite a bit. And one last thing here. The onions are not ready to dig yet. They will, when they fall over, start turning brown, usually by the end of the month, by the end of July. Then they will be ready to pull up. As I said, these potatoes growing here under the shade of the apple tree don't yield real well. The first potato plant, only one potato. This one, looks like we've got one. There's a little one. There's another one over there. Maybe 2. I'll dig around to see if there's any more. Doesn't look too... Oh, there's another one. 3. I can live with that. Okay, this is pretty pathetic for 2 plants, but it'll be okay for new potatoes today. For the rest of them, we'll wait until the plants start dying. When they've completely died, we'll dig everything up. That's usually the end of July. Okay, this time I got smarter and washed the potatoes for the most part outside, brought them in and scrubbed them, and if you notice, scrubbing new potatoes, the skin is so thin that it will pretty much rub them right off. Now look at this one here. See where that's green? I'm going to cut that off. If a potato is too close to the surface, that's why you mound them up outside. If it's too close to the surface, it gets what we call, well, sun-scald, sunburnt, solanine. That's toxic. You don't want to eat that. So I will cut that off before I have it join its friends in here and get them cooking. And that's all that's left. Stan and I ate a big helping of fresh garden potatoes and green beans. They both cooked about the same amount of time, about 20 minutes each. First on medium heat and then on lower heat. Boiled in about 1 inch of salted water and drained that off. Potatoes I like to eat with fresh snipped chives, but my chives are gone. I don't know what happened, if it was an accident or on purpose, but the chives are gone, so I used fresh dill, and that was also really good on them.